Ah, yes. Yeah. Malignant catarrhal fever is actually the one that is of most concern. However, many people feel that they are self-proclaimed experts on brucellosis because they watched an episode of Yellowstone. But no, you make a valid point. My vet made me very well aware of the risks that our location causes, because when we first bought the place, I had the vet come out for general health checks. So the sheep were here, and that was the only livestock we had on the property at that time. We had the sheep. So they came out, did the health checks on the sheep, making sure that if I needed antibiotics or anything at any time, we were good on that. That spring, we ended up acquiring the Red Angus bottle calf, who was residing with my sheep full time. And one day my vet was driving by my house going to another farm, and she saw the bottle calf out in the pasture with the sheep, and she instantly calls me and says, look, you have the perfect you-know-what storm on your hands if things ever go south. Because not only did I have sheep and a cow living together, that coincidentally was also around the same time that the buffalo moved in across the road. So of course, the 3 species that they tell you never to keep together, we are keeping together. But the big thing is, like, between the sheep and cows, because a lot of people don't know that either, is that there are concerns with that, because bovine catarrhal fever, it can transfer from one species to the other, and like 50% of the population of sheep in the United States carry that. But the biggest concern is lambing time. So they shed typically when they're giving birth. So our sheep are never allowed to lamb out on pasture. Typically, if they're lambing, they are locked in the barn, and all of the birthing things are there. Our sheep do not go out on pasture in the springtime until they have their babies. So yeah, I'm very well aware and educated on all of those things, but I feel like a lot of people are not, because when my vet reached out to me and told me these things, which I have several degrees in animal science, like I knew of these things, but she definitely brought it to the forefront in my mind. And of course, the buffalo are not ours. We're not keeping them together. I guess I did say that, but they're across the road, like relatively close to where my cows are, but the buffalo are not mine. So that's totally out of my control. We have a really good relationship with the farmers, so, not a concern. But I did reach out to some people that keep their sheep and cows together, and they've done it for years and they've never had a problem. But we are meticulous. The sheep do not lamb out on pasture for that specific reason. And not only do we not have just that one Red Angus, we have now a whole herd of Herefords to also manage.